Hindu Dharma. Coming up next, we have Pillars of Hinduism. The very popular host here is Janemane Dr. Satish Misra. Today, Dr. Sahib's guest is Mr. Dileep Thatte, who will speak to us on the 7 stars of Hindu Dharma.
Namaskar, Dr. Satish Misra. Welcome to Pillars of Hinduism. Last time you heard Dileep Thatte, who is a distinguished speaker, very well known in the community, about first 4 stars of core belief of Hindu Dharma. Today he will talk about next 3 stars. And so Dileep, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Satish ji. Last time, ladies and gentlemen, we talked first about the model of a religion and then the core beliefs. And in the core beliefs, we talk about Brahman, one God, Atman, Brahman, non-duality, that's the second star, universality of soul, even the plants and animals having soul, that was the third star, and law of karma. In the karma, I want to touch upon that a little bit. I mentioned that there are 3 types of karma. One is prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, and kriyaman karma. Prarabdha karma is the karma which has come to fruition in this life. So, which family my Atma would be born, whether it would be born as a man or a woman, and all of that is predetermined. However, sanchita karma is the karma which you have inherited from the past life but can be changed. Upanishads talk about tapa and abhyas, that means study and discipline. And the third is the kriyaman karma, which is creating the actual results right now. So if you study well, you'll score well, you go to a good school, you have a good job, you have a good life. That's all kriyaman karma. You help the humanity, you help do a lot of charitable work. It may not come back right away, but it will carry through for you the next life. So 2 out of the 3 karmas are within your control. Does that make it fatalistic? Absolutely not. Hinduism is not fatalism. And the one which is not in your control, it allows you to accept who you are. So you accept who you are, focus on your strengths, and you have God inside you, so you are capable of doing whatever you want. But it has to be supported by effort, discipline, and abhyas. Now, we talked about Brahman being a part of you, which is Atman, and Brahman is eternal bliss and pure intellect. So intellect and bliss or happiness is inside you. So how do you access that? So Upanishads talk about 3 paths to accessing that happiness or the bliss or the Brahman or the God inside you. Number 1 is the Jnana Yoga, and for simplicity I call it a path of intellect. And path of intellect, as it says, allows you to study a lot on scriptures and do some meditation and introspection. Patanjali's Raja Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, provides a very nice blueprint how to go about walking on the Jnana Yoga marg or Jnana path or the path of intellect. The second one is the Bhakti marg. Bhakti marg is when you select your own Ishvara and you do bhajans and kirtans and puja, and that is bhakti. And bhakti is very important, but all saints have said that Atman in every, look at the Atman or the Brahman or the God in everybody and serve everybody as though you are serving your own God. And that is Bhakti Marg. So the classic saying, Manava Seva is Keshava Seva. And that is the Bhakti Marg. And the third one is Karma Yoga or path of action. Bhagavad Gita talks a lot about Karma Yoga or path of action, because we have to do action. Without action, nothing happens. And action as per your responsibilities, depending upon your role in life, without expecting all the time what's in it for me, is what is called Nishkama Karma, and that is Karma Yoga. Ladies and gentlemen, and Satish ji, there is so much to talk about each of these yoga, but we don't have that much time. So these are the 3 paths to moksha, which is liberation, which is realization of that eternal bliss within inside you.
So you have to follow all 3 paths, or you can choose one?
Fantastic question. You don't have to follow each path. In fact, all of us follow at least a combination of 3, and what is prominent depends upon our disposition. Some people are more disposed towards bhakti, some are more disposed towards intellect, some are more disposed towards action. So you can design your own path as a combination of all 3.
Wow. So these are like parallel roads.
Yes.
You can bypass.
Either that or they can be combined together to form a hybrid path.
Wow. That's the way, I did not look at it before.
Yeah.
And so
now, how do you remember all this?
yeah, that's right. That's something you need to tell us.
Okay. So how do you remember this? And as we were studying as youngsters, we used to create an acronym to remember whatever we wanted to remember in science. Similarly, I have created an acronym so that all our audience and all of us can remember all these 7 core beliefs. And one God we should remember. And then there are A for Atman Brahman non-duality, S for universality of soul, and K for law of karma. Ask, it spells A-S-K,
Wow.
ask God, and I for path of intellect, D-E for path of devotion, and A for path of action, it spells idea. So ask God idea is
Wow.
the acronym which will allow you to remember all 7 stars of Hinduism.
Wow, that's great. So ask God idea. And that's very good, and I really enjoyed having you, and I'm sure our audience loved the session, and we will have you again sometime soon. And so ask God idea.
And there's one more thing I want to say in the next 10 seconds, Satishji.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what do I call them? Stars, commandments. Hinduism is not a prescriptive religion. It doesn't say do this, don't do this. It says if you do this, this will happen to you. So instead of calling it commandments, pillars or whatever, I call them stars because stars guide you. So these stars will guide you through your life.
Thank you, Dileep, very much, and enjoyed having you.
Thank you.
And you got the idea, ask God idea. Remember that word.